Hello internet people, my name is Robert, and in this video I'll show you how to add a cookie notification banner to your WordPress website. Now in theory it's easy, but there's quite a lot of steps you need to go through to actually install it. But in any case, let's go now on the left and go to plugins and add new, and let's type in cookie. We're going to install this plugin because with this plugin that is more popular, you need to create an account. To me, it just seemed to be a bit too much hassle. So let's install this one. And once it's done, just click on activate. Okay, and it takes you directly, hey, here we need to adjust some of the settings. So let's click on settings. Here it gives you some overview, but basically we are now in here in compliance and we are in the dashboard. Now we can click on the wizard because we need to set this up before we can actually continue. Now there's going to be a lot of questions, so be patient, but it's totally doable if you follow this tutorial. So let's go. Okay, so what law are you trying to abide? In my case, I'm in Europe, so I need to do the GDPR, but maybe in your case, you need something less than that. Do you target visitors from Germany, Austria, or Spain? Again, up to you. In my case, I do. And then it's asking if your visitors can actually log in. This will just change how it checks for all the cookies. In my case, there's nothing under login, so I'm gonna just save and continue. Then, do you want to have a cookie policy page? This plugin can generate for you, or you can have a custom page or also custom URL. I'm gonna just keep it to the default. Then you have privacy statement. Now, if you use this plugin and you upgrade, then you can have that also basically it will generate for you, but in my case I don't have anything right now, but later you could just choose the page where you want to link to. I'm going to select no document for now, no document, disclaimer. Okay, I don't have any of the documents. I'm going to add them later if I think they're needed, but my primary goal is to just block those cookies, so then there's at least no issues with that. So let's save and continue. Okay, now you add some details. These details will go into the privacy statement, I believe. That's why you need to add a bit of information. So here you can add. And then you select in the country. And then what's the email address that people can contact you. But this is still mandatory, so you would need to add something here. But I'm going to just add like this. And the telephone number is not mandatory, so you can skip that if you want. Then save and continue. Now I would keep all of these as default. Let's save and continue. Okay, and then make sure it's scanned. I'm not sure if it did it. I'm just going to click on scan, and it's going to scan my website now for all the cookies. Since this is a test website, there's not that many, but still it should find some like Google Analytics. So once it's done the scanning, you can see from here, there's some cookie names. You probably don't understand anything, me neither. So we just can keep it as is, save and continue. And now you just need to answer a few questions here. So do you compile statistics of this website? Yes, I'm using Google Analytics, so I'm going to select that. You can also select some other ones here if you know, if you recognize them. I'm gonna just keep these as unchecked because I don't recollect adding any of these. So I think it's okay by default. Save and continue. Do you want compliance to add Google Analytics to your website? No, I have it already installed, so I don't want it. And then if you're using Google Consent mode, you could, if you upgrade to the Pro version of this plugin, you can also enable it, but let's save and continue. As you can see, there's just so many questions, but in any case, most cases you can get away with just the default options. Does your website use third-party services? Yes, it does. And in my case, I know I'm going to use Google Maps, and I'll have some YouTube videos later on. And is Google Analytics here? Just select the ones that you think will apply. You can always add more to them. Okay. So I'm going to keep to those. And if you embed anything like videos from YouTube, you can also select from here. Let's say I'll have some Facebook and Twitter probably. Yes, I'm going to advertise, so there will be some cookies installed. Again, this all depends on what you're going to do. And yes, the advertising cookie will be personalized, so I'm going to just click yes. Does your website use WordPress comments? Yes, it does. And do you want to disable storage of personal data? Yes, let's do that. Here it just tells you, okay, you have few integrations enabled, and do you want to create a legal hub with Elementor Pro? No, I don't have Elementor Pro, so I can't create it. So let's save and continue. And now it's basically checking and syncing everything. Here you can see that some of the cookies, it doesn't know what to do with them because it just doesn't know what service it is. You can see it recognizes Elementor, it recognizes WordPress, also the Google reCAPTCHA, Facebook, all of those, Stripe. Wow, it's quite actually a lot. So from here you can see that it recognizes all of these. So if you scroll back up and you're technical enough and you can go through these, then you might be able to recognize them. Right now, I don't know actually what to say. And these look like maybe functional cookies that come with some of the plugins, and it's just not recognizing them. So I'll just leave them to those for now. And then here, save and continue. Here are some service descriptions. It's gonna add this to the privacy policy, I believe, or cookie policy. And yeah, I'm okay with this default ones. To me, it's more important that it blocks most of the cookies, the most recognized one like Google ads and things like that, than having this perfect. And if you have later on, your business grows, you can always get the legal team to take a look at this, but it is very technical and it's not that easy. Okay, so here it's saying you should add this cookie policy page to your website. So I'm gonna do that, create missing page. And now it's a green check mark and save and continue. Now it's asking if you want to add this to your menu. Usually you would add it to footer menu. So I'm going to do that. And I think legally speaking, it is required to have it here. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so you need to check with your own legal team about this. But in any case, save and continue. And now from here, enable cookie banner. Yes. And enable cookie blocker. Yes, we're going to block the cookies until a person has made a decision, either accept or deny the cookies. Save and style the cookie banner. So we're almost there now. It's a little bit more exciting because we can at least see the cookie banner. All of that was just the settings for the beginning. So from here, we can just name the cookie banner. So we can say just cookie notification. This one doesn't make sense right now, but let me select here, hide preview. If I disable it, so this is how the cookie banner will look like. And then actually what I don't like, so let's select from here, hide everywhere, is basically if you just keep it on this one, if you accept it, there's this little thing that appears always on the page, even if you accepted the cookies. I don't like that. So let's select hide everywhere. And at any point, if you're tired of this cookie banner, you can disable it from here. So let's click on save. And then we scroll down, and this is where the appearance can be changed. So you see now it appears. Maybe you like it on the bottom right, for example, like that one. It just appears when you hover over it. Or I'm just going to put it in center and center, maybe not. Okay, it doesn't want to update. The preview doesn't want to update, but that's okay. From here, you can select what buttons it will have. So for example, accept, deny only. I'm going to just keep it as the default ones. Slider is fine. Logo. No, I don't need my logo to show up on this. Now, this one is interesting. Do you want people to be able to close this cookie banner? In theory, you need a decision. You need either people to accept or deny, because otherwise they don't do anything. It's same as denying the cookie consent. So I'm going to make sure that this is disabled, so there's no close button. Now, why it doesn't go center? Let's see if I can play around with it. I think so. Let me select bottom one, because at least that way you can see better. Okay, from here again, let me show you the soft cookie wall. You see it's on this dark background, and people cannot do anything until they accept or deny this cookies. Let's save again. I like to save often. It just goes to the top all the time. And from here, you can adjust the background and the border and the hyperlinks and so on. From here, you just play around with these and see if you like it, and make it sure it's on your brand. I'm going to keep it to the default one to keep this tutorial a little bit shorter. It's already quite long. Banner settings here. So from here, you can manage the title, accept button if you want to change all of these things, and obviously the message itself. And if you're not happy with this font size, you can upgrade it here to a little bit bigger like this, up to you. Then you have some categories for the cookies. I'll just keep them as is. I'll just keep it to functional, statistics, and marketing. Let's click on save. Okay, and that's it. We are now ready. So if we go to our website, let's go from here. And what I advise, grab your URL and then open an incognito window or private window, depending on your browser, and then go to your page. And now you can see, you should see your cookie banner. Yep, there it is. I can't do anything on the site until I actually accept or deny them. Let's click on accept. And now you see that the page works. Now the cookies banner is working. Make sure other functionalities on your site work, because sometimes blocking cookies might have an effect on other functionalities on your website. So always double check everything before you completely trust that this works. So now you have a cookie notification on your site, but without making your page look more professional, you're losing a lot of customers. That's why you should watch this video next, where I'll show you how to make your website 7 times more professional.